Hello everyone. I decided to start filming a few parts of my life at this time because I believe that it's nice for more people out there and all of you to know a little bit more about the secret life of lightworker and how I personally work with the light and what are my activities in my days, and it takes it takes concentration, it takes dedication. It's actually very pleasurable. It's also about finding pleasure in these quiet moments. And as you have noticed already, I mostly don't just do one activity and sitting there and meditating. I'm implementing a lot of things together, like qigong, like yoga, like Pilates, and many breathing exercises, and also Christ activation, cellular meditation. That also helps to rise the light from the inside, which is actually our Christ consciousness. And all these are tools that I'm using in my day to keep my vibration high. So so it's all about it. It's all about learning to not identify with the illusion we see out there, to really keep the light, hold the light up inside our being. And this is just a feeling. It's a feeling we have here in the guts, and it's really make us feel whole. And it's the love of Mother, Father, God, that once we take the time to connect with the energy and really feel it inside of us, then it can really give us energy for the whole day. And without it, if we don't take the time for it, then it's impossible to be out there and create, manifest new things, but also be of support to others, because being of support to others is about finding the light in us and really be out there shining our light just by being present. So being present doesn't mean just to be. It also takes a specific work we do from the inside, and to keep all thought forms clean, and to have clarity of ideas and intentions in the day. So this is all a lot of work, that it takes a lot of internal work to clean the mind from all these thoughts, and to also mindfulness, to keep the mind busy with a lot of mostly, and if not all of them, the whole day, with positive things. So positive thoughts. So it goes all along the way about creating a path of non-resistance, where one thought brings another thought, and it creates a momentum. And this momentum, when one positive thought comes into our mind, then another positive thought comes into our mind. And as Abraham Hicks is talking about, that is about creating this momentum, that we about feeling good about what we think, and then about keeping it for 17 seconds, and then another thought is coming in, and then another thought, and then this whole wheel can keep on turning. And then the more we practice this way of living our lives, the more our mind is busy with creating new thought forms, the more we attract as a magnet everything we need in life, from abundance, prosperity, financial abundance, material abundance, everything that is dear to our heart comes along the way as a consequence of this fact that we really vibrating high in our being. We are raising our consciousness. It means that we are really doing the work with ourselves to keep our vibration high. So this is a conscious work. It does not come like that. We have really to practice it, and the more we practice it, the more it is the power within that brings us all the things in life. We don't need to have a job from 9 to 5 or any kind of regular job to create our lives. It's all about bringing the light from inside and doing the work with ourselves and staying really on the energy and keeping the vibration high, because we are electromagnetic beings. This means that we have in our body a toroid field. Okay, it's like the earth is the same, and this field is being active continuously when we are doing the work with ourselves. Now, I don't say that just my technique is the best of all of them. I just say that I'm just sharing with you my technique, which is a lot of knowledge from Mayas, from Pleiadians, and from Reiki, from meditation, and I integrate all of them together in my days, and this is really the work a light worker needs to do. That's all. It's not so much. It takes dedication, it takes discipline, and it takes time. And this time, eventually in our days, pays off, because you can really see that that you have abundance of everything. You have abundance of time to create whatever you need to create. Things are just coming to you. Things are just coming to whatever you need to whatever is your passion and to whatever you need to do. Of course, it's not always that easy. There are days that there are stronger energies, and these energies, like for example, now I'm gonna go to the city and I'm gonna start walking around the city. I know it's gonna be a lot of people around, and there's gonna be a lot of cars and noise and people screaming maybe, and all kind of things. It's just about me keeping this vibration inside of me without letting my surroundings affect me from the inside. So this takes dedication. This takes a lot of strength from the inside to be able to not identify with what I see, but to remain in the peaceful state of mind in the core of my being, and then just keep on sending the light out there. It can be sometimes if I make something stupid, I don't know, maybe I'm just walking down the street and then there is like one guy with a motorcycle, and I didn't see him, and then he starts insulting me. So in that case, what do? Do I start getting angry on this, or do I just feel compassion for this person that he feels this way? Of course I feel compassion, and of course I send out the light, and I'm not gonna be getting into this field of energy, because from the moment I get into this field of energy, I'm actually putting my vibration lower. So it's always to become strong in this exercise, and whatever situation is coming to us, to be able to really keep the energy flowing in the core of our being. So this takes practice, takes dedication, takes maybe years of practice, I can say. It's just about keeping this way of living long enough so it becomes a habit. And as you know already, for something to become a habit, you need minimum 21 days. So when you start implementing things in your everyday reality, things that are dedicated into keeping your vibration high, and you take care of all things, like for example also not just exercises, but later on I'm gonna be having some food, and when I'm sharing with you what I'm eating. So it's about having clean, good food in your body, organic food in your body, mainly fruit and vegetables. I'm vegan since many years, and this is also part of what I want to talk about. Because veganism, it's an important process, important notion into the evolution of the human. And when you become vegan, actually in your body you have we have the DNA that is like there are specific chains in the DNA that information that is blocked, and this information through light coming inside, but also through the foods we're eating, it helps to open these chains and then to manifest in us more abilities like telekinesis, like telepathy, like many other things that we will be all able to discover. Each one of us have their own abilities as well. So every human being have their own abilities. So veganism is an important process in this because it helps to bring the energy in and to change the carbon structure towards crystalline structure. So the light body is of crystalline structure. So this is also goes through the change of our DNA. It's a process that takes years, and actually we are really in this moment we are the first in the history of humanity that this ever happens, that we are on this planet and then we are ascending in these bodies. So we are the lucky ones, the ones who are living here, who are really living this life here now, and I'm very grateful for that. And of course we all should be grateful for being able to live this life, that we are still here living this life, and we are still here in these bodies. It means that if you are here as well, it means that you have succeeded the process of ascension. And then by learning more about how the light works in your body, you will be able to make it to the other side without leaving your body. And I'm sure you have somebody, maybe friends, maybe family, that left even in a very young age. And of course everybody have their own path as well. There are many people out there who are not aware of this change of the ascension process, because of course when you start to read any medical books, by the way, I was in medicine and I quit my studies. I was in medical university when I was 24, 25, and I quit my studies because I was not resonated with anything I was reading there anymore. This information you will not find in any books. This is just happening right now. It's a feeling that we have in us. It's a feeling I have inside of me, and this is knowledge that is coming from the higher realms, and also by channeling information, and this is what is exactly what I know it's true in the core of my being. This is what I'm sharing with you. So what is really happening is that our DNA is changing, and this change of our DNA, this is creating of us an evolved being going from human to galactic, because we are now getting ready to embrace our galactic brothers and sisters, our galactic families. So this is a process of making the body become lighter. More light comes into the body. So we have light, rising the vibration in our body and preparing us to be able to be with more of our beings around us, because the human species is a young species. And from information that I'm receiving as well, I know that the human body, Cryon talks about this, the human body is able to live 900 years. So 900 years, it's huge. It's in comparison with the lifespan we have right now, we can really see that the human species are a really young species that has been trapped for millennia in this illusion of karma, and continuously in the circle of life and death, and and believing in karma, and actually by understanding that there is no karma, and there is forgiveness to ourselves and forgiveness for everybody else, stops the wheel of karma. And then in the end we also find out we understand there is nothing to forgive. So this is a process, yeah. So before you go to this process, it's about allowing the light coming inside our body, doing the work, and also understanding that the most sacred wedding in us, it's not a wedding with somebody outside of us. It's a wedding happening in the harmonization of the female and male energy in our bodies, so the child can come out, so the Christ can come out and play, and all this is the light is doing the work. All this is happening, and we have amazing tools that is helping us, and amazing guides. All our guides are out there, the angels, the archangels, and the company of heaven, and Father, Mother, God, and the Ascended Masters, and our galactic sisters and brothers. All of them, all you need to do is just ask in the present moment, ask for support, and then just be present with the light and let the light do the work. And then use a very important tool as well is the violet fire of Saint Germain. So use the violet fire of Saint Germain, use it to be able to solve problems around us, like for example problems with the people of our families or people that are very close to us that can affect our vibration. So the best way to solve this thing is really by sending out the violet fire. I am the violet fire. I blaze in God's desire. I am the violet fire. I blaze in God's desire. I am the violet fire. I blaze in God's desire. And keep on saying these affirmations, and these affirmations bring out all this violet flame energy through Saint Germain, because Saint Germain is the hierarch of this age of Aquarius, and the violet fire brings this ability to release all the tension, and then to solve all kind of attachments. Also by asking Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is helping us to release all attachments. So asking for the angels, asking for the archangels, asking and really informing and reading information about how to be able to detach from any kind of relations we have, because attachments to any relation create sadness, and you don't need the sadness anymore. Sadness is not necessary, because this is the teaching of unconditional love. Unconditional love is not just an emotion, it's a strength. It's a strength to evolve. And unconditional love is helping to raise a vibration, but also to serve the whole, to serve humanity, to serve Gaia into this process of ascension. So I'm sharing with you a few tools here that I just received now, and maybe this is just like a little bit too much information to understand just like that in one little movie I'm doing here. But what I want you to understand is that the work that we need to do is about power within, not power over others. It's about power from within, because once you do that, once you learn that you are power within, that the power within is already there, that you always have been good enough, we always have been good enough, and it's always with us. And when you feel it, when you take the time to feel it inside the core of your being, you really feel it. I really feel it right now. It's here, it's warm, it's a warm, nice feeling that keeps me strong for the whole day, keeps me alive, keeps me empowered. It's something that I need to remind myself in my day. So when this feeling is not there anymore, it means that I have to go back inside of me, because I have allowed whatever is around me to get inside of me and take me away from my vibration. Now, taking me away out of my vibration doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's okay, because contrast is helping to create the new reality. So it's about understanding this, accepting it, and then play this game on a daily basis. And once you start to play this game on a daily basis and you start really to understand how it goes, then you have fun with it, because also contrast is there, and then the contrast, we can only be thankful for the contrast, because if the contrast wasn't there, we will not be able to create. So contrast is bringing this continuous energy into our being. So by being thankful to it and by working again with the light from the inside, not going outside, not looking around to find energy from the outside, but always getting inside, we create our new realities. We manifest new things. So I can tell you that in my life I have been able to manifest everything that I want in my life. That whether it is for example, I was in medical university, and then I stopped my studies and I became a dancer because, hey, I just saw some nice guys dancing on the television, and actually they were chippendales, and I said, hey, I can do this live, I like to try this experience in my life. And then I became that, and then I was dancing among those people that I saw on television, just like that, just because I sent this energy out. And then on the way, I wanted to become a DJ, so I used the law of attraction to be able, in a very, very span of time, to play as DJ in the best clubs of the world. Because it's just for me the proof that the law of attraction works for everything. You just have to get into the state of feeling it, and once you get in the state of feeling it, you just have to let the energy, surrender to the energy, and trust, and have trust that things are coming. So now I'm talking about manifestation. Yeah, one thing leads to another, you see. So manifestation is the same thing. Manifestation is part of working with the light. So manifestation is about understanding and taking the time to really see inside of us what is our soul wanting, what is our soul experience, on which experience does our being do we want to go, what is the soul thirsty for. So the soul will always be longing for things that are pleasurable. Can be anything, can be painting, can be making music, can be creating a movie, can be writing a book, can be just walking down the street, can be making love, can be cooking, can be so many things that everybody have a different attraction for different things. And of course, by keeping always the attention on creating these things, on doing these things, but also with listening to the soul's call, what it needs to be fed, to keep it in this high energy, our days become magical. They have become simple, but yet lived in an extraordinary way. So live a simple life in an extraordinary way. And this is it. This is all the sophistication is into the simplicity. That's why I call it sophisticated simplicity. So I spend a lot of my days creating music because after I became a DJ, I became a producer, and of course the whole thing in my life is about creating healthy dance events now that I'm really working on. So by the way, I'm gonna make some promotion now for our event we are doing in 2017 in October. So we have this event. It's called it's a vegan toxic free event. We are doing this during Amsterdam Dance Event on a boat in Amsterdam, the 20th of October. So we're gonna be having a lot of DJs. I'm also creating music on the 42 Hertz, which is a frequency of evolution, and we'll be playing this kind of music as well. Most of the artists are vegans, and we have meditation, and we have like jumping in the water, like we have jacuzzi, we have sauna, we have like a complete idea of what is the future clubbing, galactic clubbing should be, and all that without any alcohol, and really having really juices and all the only healthy foods that actually stimulate our body and help also to connect to ourselves, but also connect with other people around us. Because obviously, from my experience in the last 20 years, when I go outside, I'm not happy anymore, because I cannot connect with people really. When people get drunk, and this is part of the past, and I don't want to mention it at all, but I mean, this is how I learned some things, and then I want to be surrounded by people that are really sober in their bodies, so I can really connect with them, and so they remember who I am, and I can remember who they are, and then we can create beautiful things together, because it's all about it. It's all about connecting with other people and sharing our gifts and helping to co-create together. So it's about the purpose of co-creating together. And what a better way than meeting at a party where we can dance all together and meditate together and pray and do all the things we need to do and let the inner child come out and play. So this is the event, and it's called Nice People Dancing to Good Music. Yeah, if you happen to hear anything about it right here, right now, you're welcome to join us. Yes, you can check on my website, feelmorethanfine.eu, the party, and there you can check all the links. All the information is there. So yeah, there will be so many more things happening. I mean, this is just the beginning of creating and restoring the planet, and this is like a roller coaster. I mean, we're starting very small, and I've been doing these events actually since 2010. It was very hard, but now it's really starting to go somewhere, and I'm really happy about it, that more people start to become vegan, and there's more awareness. So I really believe that we are on the good train now to really change things for the better in this part, what I chose to do. And from this, of course, comes many other things that as a direct consequence, because as you know, we create our own reality, and creating our own reality means that we really take the things we like, and then from the light comes within, we spread the light where it's needed, and we create a change around us. So I'm gonna finish here for the moment, and this movie goes on, so I will be sharing more things of my days, so you maybe feel enlightened, you know, or inspired to take a few things of my day and use them, and yes, let just power within overcome the power of others. Much love. I love you. Thank you.
I choose not to suffer at the convenience of my truth. I'm already a star and have nothing to prove. I'm a DJ for all this wow. This is my dream becoming reality now. Yes, I like it and I feel more than fine. It's the way I'm meant to be, laugh and shine. This is what I wish for all. Now follow my groove. I'm a child of the parallel world. I'm guided by higher spirit to get you on the other side, as you're all a star. Surrender, trust. I'll always see what your deepest desires are. I'm a way shower. Now follow my groove. I'm a way shower. Now follow my groove. I follow my groove. I'm a way shower. Now follow my groove.
So grounding is something that I really I'm very, very disciplined about every day. So I'm always finding a park wherever I am, and always taking off my shoes and connecting my feet to Pachamama, to Gaia. And this is really it's helping my system to really get recharged again. And we are earthlings, so it's important notion to understand that when you take the time to connect with the earth, then there is an exchange of energy happening. We have the energy that is coming from light into our bodies, and this energy needs to be grounded to the earth. That's also another purpose we exist here at this timeline, and through just simply taking off the shoes and walking barefoot on the ground, it's really helping our systems to discharge this energy and to really use the help of Mother Earth to help our bodies assimilate this energy. So of course, I mean it's something that it's like a ping pong we play with Mother Earth, that we are helping each other. So we are here to help Mother Earth ascend, but at the same time Mother Earth is helping us to ascend, because Mother Earth is just us. It's who we are. We are part of this, and she's part of us. So this is something I do at least once or twice in a day. It can be also like hugging a tree, or just taking the time to be in nature and really also breathe fresh air. Like air is very important as well. It's like the element of this the age of Aquarius. So air is very important in our bodies, and I always tend to keep my window open when I go to sleep in the night. And this is the main two things. Wherever I am, in the city or not, I'm always connecting with nature. Okay, so spinning. Spinning is a very powerful way to raise the vibrations. So what I'm doing is I'm spinning 33 rounds around myself, and you can choose to or look at your thumb and just spin 33 rounds, or just also open your arms, and the sensation is a little bit different, but I suggest if you start in the beginning to just look at your thumb. And this is actually a teaching I learned from Pleiadian channelings, and it's in the book of Barbara Marciniak, and it's a very powerful way to raise the vibrations in your day. I do this 3 times in my day, in the morning, at midday, and before I go to sleep. So it's a very practical exercise to keep your vibration high during the whole day. And of course meditation is something very, very important as well. But also this exercise is really helping our system to really energize and activate the chakras. So I'm gonna do it here now. Like, see it? Okay.
Het is wel een mooi paard, maar wel.
So I was a little bit out of the camera, because when you spin, you're not always aware where you stand exactly. But I mean, the important thing is to be able to spin clockwise. And yes, this exercise is really, when you start practice more and more, you really feel the energy going from your crown and into your heart, and then comes out of your feet and goes into the earth. And this is really helping you to, in a very in a physical way, in a more physical way, by movement to connect the energies. And well, this brings a lot of balance in my chakras, because obviously when I start to turn, the chakras are also turning, and this is helping the doors to open. And another exercise I'm doing as well is a little bit more it needs a little bit more coordination to make it. It's taught by the Mayans, and the Mayans they have a technique, a way of dancing, using the hands and the feet, and they actually have a way to activate the Merkaba. So of course you can also activate the Merkaba by doing a technique inside your system, like with meditation, by visualizing the triangles, and doing. There is many ways to meditate. Just I found I like to add movement in my work, and yeah, I'm gonna show you also this meditation. I mean this active meditation. So. First thing is it's a move like that. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And actually, the movement is that you have to draw a triangle on the ground, and then I will be sharing here some pictures so you can have a little bit better idea of what I mean. And then on the triangle, you are going clockwise as well, and every time the center of your feet goes on the edge of the triangle, and you go clockwise. So you first have to teach yourself to go clockwise around this triangle, and then slowly you add your hands. So this is like a movement that with coordination it helps to activate your Merkaba. So I'm going to do it together. So in the beginning you have like a little bit of work to learn this movement, but it's very important that once you learn this movement, you connect the energies from your crown chakra and inside the earth, and you connect the energies from the sky, from you go to this galactic to the sun, to the center galactic sun, and to prime creator, and then you connect the energy from your heart. You see two golden cords connecting you, one with the source, prime creator, and going down into the ground, going in the core of the earth, another golden cord, and then when you do this movement, you keep on telling yourself, "I love you." So this is like the power of your thoughts. Very important when you do this exercise. So you also focus on your breathing, but you also do mindfulness and continuously say to yourself, I love you. It's very important that and at the end of these exercises you really feel the difference. Like it's something that you can really feel inside of you. Of course, everybody is different. Everybody has a different way to experience this and a different way to practice prayer and meditation. So it works for me. And yes, yeah, that's about it. What I want to share right now. Yes. I come to the rest of
Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you.
Sungazing. This is really something that it's a big part of my life now. That I've been doing some research for finding out ways to feed myself from light. So I did a few times the experience just fasting and just sun gazing and continuously just having a little bit of water and for a few days and just absorb the energy from the sun. It has been, I must say, the first time it was a little bit difficult experience, so I stopped it because it's all about having fun in the process. But now, since I'm mostly raw vegan, I have more easiness to do that. And the last time I did some fasting with water. Of course, in North Europe we don't have so much sun always, but now it's almost summertime, spring, summertime. So the sun is always mostly there, so it's easier. And yeah, so sun gazing is a big part of my ritual of every day because. My work when I start in the morning starts always facing the sun, and the work is some qigong to warm up the body nicely, with kindness and a lot of love.
and actually then I'm doing some angelic work to send the light out. So it's also called Christ light consciousness. So the main thing is about I'm using few words that I learned from angelic teachings, and it's about creating with the breathing. You focus on your breathing, and then you form a cross with your hands, and first you ask for the energy to come into your heart, and then as fast, then as you open your arms, then you send the energy out to the earth, to everybody around, and to the universe and to the galaxies, and go reaching till Prime Creator. So the work is there are a few specific words to say. So it starts with lifting up your hands, and you have to say Ato. And then you bring your hands down, and as you bring the energy from the skies down to earth, you say Malkut. Bring the energy down, and then you lift your right hand, Ve Gebura, and then the left hand, Ve Gedula, and then there in this position, you bring all the energy back into your heart, and you visualize your heart like being a gold sphere, gold, platinum, diamond sphere of energy. And then you focus on this energy, you focus really to see this ball expanding. You see a toroidal field around your body expanding, and you see this field growing to 100 kilometers distance from where you are. That's how big we are. And then you see the energy expanding out to the universe and go back to the Prime Creator. So you bring your hands back. As you bring your hands back, you say Leo Lachmo, and you bring it back, and you breathe out, and you see like a rainbow of energy expanding out to the world. And this is something that I do every morning. It's after my Qigong exercise, so it's really opening my heart, and it's really reminding me of my purpose for being here. And also what I'm also doing after that is also asking for. I'm doing also right after that is I'm calling upon Archangel Michael, because it's about releasing all attachments to everything, and it has to do with also material attachment. It has to do also with of course it's nice to have my home and my things around, of course, but I mean it's also about releasing pain from relationships and everything. It's an important process of unconditional love, to be able to release the pain, the suffering from relations. And I'm using this a lot, so I'm asking upon Archangel Michael, and then I'm facing first the north, then east, then south, and then west. I should do my hands like that, yeah, like every time. So north and east and south and west, yeah. So as I call upon Archangel Michael, I ask to be released from all this, from the attachments, and this is also even setting myself free. It's freedom, and also let me rise in this wave of ascension continuously every day. So it's a day-to-day work. So we have to keep on reminding ourselves somehow that there is no need to suffer, and we're not here to suffer, we're here to enjoy life. And yes, it's like reaching a momentum into your system, that your system really gets it. And yeah, it takes time, yeah, because of course we have our habits, and of course we have some things we are used to do, and then the brain, the DNA needs time to get used to this new process, and it takes years. So it's about doing this process. I don't say that it will take years for everybody. I mean, but I mean, we all have our ways of dealing with these things, and maybe some they are just activating this much faster than I do. It's just that I'm not suffering. I'm enjoying the trip, and I know I'm gonna be here for a pretty long time, because as Cryon shared already, our bodies are made to live for 900 years. I believe what he says, because that really resonates with my being. So I make a little bit my calculations. The golden age is coming. Golden age is the next 1,000 years. So I want to be here for the next 1,000 years. Yeah. So we are babies, actually, human babies, and all this circle of karma and coming back and all that. I mean, to me, forgiveness is stopping the wheel of karma, and forgiveness to everything, forgiveness to ourselves first of all, and then to everybody around us, and everything from past lives, and using a lot also the violet fire of Saint Germain, of really to send this energy out to whatever appears, whatever rises in our day-to-day activities, or to memories from the past. Really release everything, and it's really this is a work that we all need to do in order to set ourselves free, and get on this ascension wave. Yeah. So this is it for now. So I hope this information helps you a little bit, and yeah, I think that I will be making another movie, more extensive. It's just that for the moment I think that this is a lot of information I'm giving you here, and of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to join me by email or on my website, and I'm available to answer any questions you have. And of course, if my email is flooded, if I'm flooded with emails, I'll not be able to answer to everybody. But I mean, I'm here to serve the best I can. Thank you, and I love you.
Believe in you. So let's make the experiment. Take a piece of pear or any kind of fruit, just put it there, taste it, just a bite before it, and then take your fingers like this, 3 fingers, with a thumb together. You put one side here. So north hemisphere is the left hand, south hemisphere is the right hand. So we are north hemisphere here. So I take my hand like this, and the other hand I put over here. and this is purifying your food, your drinks. Even it's said it's even possible with alcohol. So you can even do it with alcohol to take away anything bad. Anybody can do it because we are all healers, gods and goddesses. So I invite you to try it and let me know just here. Okay, so I chopped all these vegetables, I put some parsley inside, and I made like a really nice sauce. Like it has some tahini, some salt, Himalaya salt, and some spices, some Asian spices, some olive oil, some cocoa oil. Mix it all together, and then add it here. Some lemon as well. So
you are getting closer to your desired goals with every breath. What matters the most is that you remain peaceful and calm. Stay on a level footing. Refuse to buy into the mass conditioning. Claim what is true for you. Join each other in prayer and meditation. Stay connected with each other. Find places of joy and happiness within and with each other.
Hello. So I just want to tell you that instant healing is here now, right in this moment. So all you need to do, if you have pain in your body, anywhere in your body, all you need to do is just rub your hands together, right now. And then I'm gonna count from 5 to 1, and I will ask you to receive the energy. As soon as I finish, you can count from 5 till 1 and say I receive. And then you just put your hands wherever the pain is in your body. And then repeat. From the God or Goddess of my being, I am completely healed and I know it. From the God or Goddess or Goddess of my being, I am completely healed and I know it. Then just feel the energy. If you feel some heat, and then if you have pain, you will see that the pain will go away, and it works for everything actually. So I invite you to practice this, and yeah, I'm very grateful for this message that came from Follow Earth, from Zora, that I'm here sharing with you, and I feel that this is the right time because today and from now on we're really moving on into our ascension, and then instant healing is reality. So let's do it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, receive.
Something also very important in a light worker's life is about connecting with simple things with people around. So just a smile and just some kindness in your eyes in people that you don't know. It's really very simple, yet it's very powerful, and it creates all the waves of change towards the higher vibrations. So it's something that I'm also working continuously, and yes, not
always easy to smile to strangers, but there are no strangers. There are just people like you and me, that we brothers and sisters that we didn't meet yet, and all it takes is just a little bit of a moment, a glimpse of an eye to eye, and if smile is there, it's okay. If smile is not there, it's also okay. It's just about having the courage to look in somebody's eyes and send these loving thoughts, loving intentions, and even if they don't react to that, it's okay. You can also send the light out just by visualizing their hearts being illuminated from your own heart. So you send out the energy just by being very present with your own light. And yeah. Something else I'd like to talk is a little bit about the power of manifestation. That I'm using this a lot when I'm walking down the street or somewhere that my mind like it's free completely. I'm working on having like positive thoughts, like a train of thoughts, positive thoughts, and also asking for support. For example, I'm asking the support of Archangel Michael to help clean my chakras one by one. I visualize the colors like red and orange and yellow and green and blue and indigo and violet, and then there are things I want to manifest in my life, and then as I clean my energy centers and I keep on walking down the street, for example, I visualize these things, and I also visualize white light coming to the things that are important to me. Can be loving friends, can be relations that I need to heal, can be physical, material things. I also like to manifest all these things that I feel are dear to me. I'm asking for support, and I see them. I envision them coming true, and yes, this is also very important to remember that we're never alone. We're never alone. We can always. The help is always there. It's a book that I read a long time ago. It's called Ask and It's Given, from Abraham Hicks again, and it's exactly that. I'm really applying this theory. It's a theory in practice. I'm always asking, and it's always giving to me. So it works. So yeah. So that's it for today. I usually like to go to sleep at 10 o'clock because 10 o'clock is the best time. Between 10 and 2 is the best time for the body to go sleep, because that's the time that the interior organs gets complete rest. And yeah, I really feel this is also very empowering to go to bed early and just to follow the rhythm of the day, actually.
Abundance. This is the last subject I will talk about in this movie. There are many things that are changing right now, as most of you must be aware of. And one of the main things that is very dear to my heart is the change of the financial systems. Now, I'm not into politics, and I'm not really getting into these energies at all. But I know that there is a law. It's called NESARA, National Economic Security and Reform Act, that has been enacted already. It's just not known, and it's all the governments in the world. They have a specific order to not to follow, and they don't really talk about this, but it is coming and it's here right now, and it's about really activating these energies from the core of our being, because for something like this to happen, it's also about being in the energy of joy, no matter what is happening around us, and that's how I call it abundance, in a way that we should be dancing already before it is here, because this law is it's a law that is. I'm going to read for you a few all the paragraphs of this law, what it's doing, and I don't like to go to the past, but it's the main reason why we had the events of the 9/11 in New York, and now it's being activated. It's in the process, and all the countries of the world are working towards peace. Peace is already achieved. So it's in the process of manifesting, and it's not something that you usually read a lot in the news or hear in the media, but it's happening. And the event, in my opinion, it already has started already, as we can see around us. And yes, I'm going to read to you now a few the paragraphs of this law, what it does. A law was passed in the United States in March 2000 and signed into law in October of 2000. The law is called NESARA, National Economic Security and Reform Act. All politicians and media members are under a gag order to not speak of it publicly until it's officially announced. This new law will first be enacted in the United States and eventually will be rolled out across the world. The law provides: forgives all credit card, mortgage, student loan and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities, dissolves the IRS and nets all income tax, creates flat rate non-essential new items only sale tax, food, medicine and all use terms will not be taxed, increases benefits for senior citizens, returns constitutional law to all our courts and legal matters, retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law, provides for new representational elections within constitutional law, monitors elections and prevents illegal activities of billionaires and special interest groups, ends the Federal Reserve System and begins a new U.S. Treasury Bank system that follows constitutional law, creates new U.S. Treasury currency backed by gold, silver and precious metals, ending U.S. government bankruptcy. This will initiate global economic reform, restores financial privacy, seizes all aggressive U.S. government military action worldwide, leads to peace throughout the world, enables release of over 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies and enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes. The provisions of the National Economic Security and Reformation Act have been composed by visionaries who wish to correct past wrongs against the people in the United States. It is supported and inspired by statesmen around the world as well as off-world as a vision for global peace, freedom and prosperity. So you can find more information about this. There's a website, ashtarontheroad.com, history line of line nesara.html, 2013 rainbow roundtable.ning.com. What I want to say now is that this is something happening there in the United States, but this is something touching the whole world, because the whole world is looking there. But we also have the other side. We have now the BRICS and Russia with China and the other countries that also working towards peace. So it's all a process that is now leading to peace, and does not mean because the United States will have NESARA and nobody else will have it. It's happening at the same time all around the world, and this is also part of the event. It means that we will have this financial abundance and prosperity for everybody. At the same time, we have the landings of the galactics. So we'll be having new technologies coming here, and of course we don't know exactly the time for when everybody will be ready in their ascension to embrace an event like that. But what I want to say is just that the ascension process is a process that takes a lot of time for ourselves to work on it, and then it can be also a personal event, because I can tell you already, I'm already in contact with galactic ships. I can see them, I communicate with them telepathetically, so I have all these abilities already. I'm connected with a star, and I'm connected with all of them since already a few years already. So for me, it's already there, and I can see them already during daytime. Sometimes I go in the park and I really see them. So I'm saying it because it's really happening, and it's there. So I'm receiving a message from them. I can just be somewhere walking in the night, and I'm requesting for them to give me a sign, and just see a ship just sending me a flashlight. So I see them. I don't always have a camera next to me to show you, but I can tell you I have no reason to lie, and I see them and I communicate with them. So we are under protection. I mean, the NESARA law, even if it has not been enacted verbally, it's like everybody knows, and a few ones on whoever is in the governments don't let us know, but we know already. Disclosure it's already happened already. People who have to know already, and people are already aware of these things, and people are already communicating. They are channeling information. So of course you have always used to use discernment, and whatever you read on the internet, and see what is resonating with your heart. Everybody have their own path to follow, and everybody have a truth to follow, and everybody have to remain true to themselves. In that way, we do not have to agree about each other, but at the same time we have to understand that we all are right in our paths, and in that way we don't disagree with each other, but at the same time we are, and let others be as well. It means that each one of us a different path to discover, and we do not have to agree about everything, and that's the condition, the unconditional love that we have to understand, that we have to go through, and not judge, and by remaining true to ourselves, and by really caring nothing more than about the way we feel in the moment with ourselves. This is something that is the most important, to be in joy with ourselves. This is how we are in service to humanity. This is how we activate things. This is how we make things move forward, by being true to ourselves. And from there comes everything, from power within. This is how things happen. And there's a lot of things going on the internet, and there's a lot of people trying to create this let's say shift in the awareness. At the end of the day, it's all about doing the work with ourselves. So it's about being joy in the core of our being, and doing the work, and be really focused in our thought process. So the thoughts remain always in the positive. So we become a powerful creators, deliberate creators, as Abraham Hicks likes to say so much, and I really love to hear all her work and all she does. and the challenge with Abraham, and I feel my website is feel more than fine, not without a reason. It means that I really always follow what makes me feel good in my thought process and everything that feels in the core of my being. So everything goes together. It's all about being joyful in the moment, no matter where we are, not identify with the illusion around us, and just move on in this new Earth era of becoming from carbon-based bodies to crystalline-based bodies, light bodies, from humans to galactics. So this is the period we should be just grateful to be here and to live here and to live our lives in completely abundance, prosperity, joy, excellent health, freedom. And we have the help from all the ascended masters, from the company of heaven, from brothers and sisters, galactic brothers and sisters, Pleiadians, Andromedans, Arcturians, and from the inner earth. It's all there. It's all happening right now. And if you have the intention to really stay in this high flying disc of awareness, then things will just be synchronistically coming to you, one after the other one. It's about just about being true to yourself. That's only about it, and everything else is just rolling out beautifully. And everything is under divine control. Is all knowing that the Supreme Creator is really taking care of everything, and it's also about being in joy and at the same time focusing on things, but also at the same time being able to surrender. So this is a process. It's something that we all have to go through in our process of ascension. So of course, the abundance, and no matter what it is, it can be abundance of time, it can be abundance of friends, it can be abundance of everything you want to have in your life. And I wish you to have everything, that all your dreams become true in your life, whatever you choose to be. But also the financial abundance is also about that. It's about understanding that the money is just a currency, it's a current of energy, and this current of energy will be used to create, to restore the planet, and to create really this amazing high vibrations around the planet by being able to create our dreams. So one of my dreams is to create eco-sustainable communities, because I really like the Jacques Fresco, the Venus project from Jacques Fresco, and I believe that where I stand right now, what's my purpose is to create eco-sustainable communities. So I'm focusing these ideas, and I'm gonna be creating these things. I'm already busy with that already since a long time already. So our communities are gonna be all over Europe, and this is a call also to everybody who feels the call. I just ask you that if you want to be part of our team, the Feel More Than Fine community, you are welcome. There's no reason to be afraid of anything. We are really protected. We are under NESARA law, and the NESARA law is already happening, and it's not about what the governments are telling us. It's just that we have to follow what is in our heart and know that we are really protected. So it's just about making the steps, move forward, and be true to ourselves. And from there comes everything. Be connected to Pachamama, Mother Earth, and be loving to ourselves, and be kind to ourselves, and accepting and being receiving from everything that is coming to us now. It's just about relaxing also in the moment and letting things come to us. We're also focusing on knowing what is talking to our heart, what is our dream, what is that we want to create, what is our purpose of existence, for being here. This happens with the intention. This is all about taking the time and realizing that, and really working on this patterns of our multidimensional existence. Yes, and another thing I want to tell you that I'm also doing is creating music. So my music is also available on iTunes and many other digital stores. And I have another name as an artist. My name is Punk Buddha Clown, which is also a project of fashion and everything. And this project is about creating music, dance music, and also meditation music on the healing frequencies, solfeggio healing frequencies, and also on the 42 frequencies of evolution. So I have created already an album. It's called Ascension by Punk Buddha Clown that you are mostly welcome to support, and you can find it on iTunes or Spotify or Bandcamp. And yes, one also track I made. I dedicate this track to NESARA, to the activation of NESARA, and it's called NESARA Nikos Akrivos. So it's on made on 42 hertz. And I'm gonna finish this movie by just letting you hear this last track of mine. And yes, hopefully we'll meet again somewhere, somehow, and creating the new earth realities for the next 1,000 years of the golden age that is here now, and this we are transitioning now in this greater aspects of our life, of our lives, of humans, and something that we should be already celebrating, because it's all about abundance. So let's start dancing. Let's start celebrating already. I love you. Thank you.